to casually date and you were all in?
Oh, yeah, girl. Anyways, long story short, it wasn't that cute of a relationship at first. I hated him. I loved him. I dated the backup to piss him off, which worked.
Yes.
He was like,
that'll do it.
He was the bad boy too. Like, Matthew's so sweet and Southern gentleman and all that stuff. And the backup was the complete opposite.
Yeah.
Ooh, and it upset him. So they lived in the same dorm because athletes lived in the same dorm, and he would see my car there. And so at one point he like waited and followed me out and got in my car and wouldn't get out.
Stop.
And he was like,
this is so hot.
I was like, this is amazing. It's working.
Yeah.
I was get out of my car and he was like, he's not right for you. And I was like, what? You can't tell me that.
Hey, what up, though? It's your boy, T-Way Sports and Culture. Back to put a little game in your brain, showing love to those doing the same. Go ahead and like, share, comment, and subscribe if you're feeling the content. You feel me? Anyways, y'all, so Rams quarterback Matthew Stafford, his wife just came out and did an interview in which she was explaining basically the process and, the maturation of her and Matthew Stafford's relationship prior to them getting married. And she has released information basically saying that when Matthew Stafford and her were at the University of Georgia, that she slept with Matthew Stafford's backup, essentially to make him jealous. She stated that, initially in the beginning of their relationship that, things were up and down. She liked Matthew, then she didn't. You know how those things can go. But she said to get back at Matthew Stafford, she slept with his backup quarterback. And that, the backup quarterback was essentially the polar opposite of Matthew Stafford. Matthew Stafford is essentially a, really good guy, Southern gentleman, et cetera, et cetera. And she slept with Matthew Stafford's backup, again, to get back at him. She said that once Matthew Stafford found out that she was sleeping with him, that he essentially stayed in her car, and I guess he got in her car and wouldn't leave, and was basically saying how, he was bad for her, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So, my thoughts on this are, a lot of people will try to use the excuse of, oh, they were young and, he's learned from this and, it's forgivable. In my opinion, those type of character flaws will never go away. If you have that type of vindictive personality, that level of get back in you, that's just something that you don't outgrow. That's something that's innately in you. That's something that's in your DNA. And if he was making her upset then and she was doing that then, what would happen now? What would stop her from doing something like that now? Are you telling me that she's quote unquote outgrown that behavior? Are you saying that that's something she's incapable of now? Matthew Stafford is, a multimillionaire now, an NFL veteran, has been in the NFL for quite some time, and I'm sure that, he's financially well off. But if there ever comes a time to where he makes her upset, or he isn't, the individual that he is now, he goes through any type of hardship, what indication or what, proof do you have that this woman won't do anything like that again? Personally, I couldn't do it. We talk about red flags and men and women overlooking red flags. In my opinion, those type of character flaws are red flags that cannot be forgiven. I personally couldn't do it. I don't know the status of their relationship now or, anything like that. I'm just a fan looking in and going off the information that she's been, giving the public. But personally, I feel that those are character flaws that people don't get over. Those are things that people don't outgrow. If that's the type of person you are, then that's what you do. That's what you do when you are in those moments. This isn't like, he may be mad and I stopped, I blocked him on my phone or something like that. We stopped communication. I kept sending him the voicemail. Those type of things are forgivable. But when you betray someone like that, in my opinion, that's just something that's in you. That's who you are as a human being. And, you'll be that until the day you die. So I hope and pray that their relationship is in a spot to where that isn't tested. But in my opinion, if she is tested like that again, that's something similar that she would do. She would essentially betray him and try to bring him as much pain as possible and try to break him emotionally. Crazy, man. It's crazy. But again, you know, like I said, I don't know anything about their relationship beyond that, but I just hope it isn't tested again to see how far she would go. But anyways, man, y'all let me know what y'all think. Would y'all have wiped it up after someone has done something like that to you? What y'all think? Jump in the comment section. Let's talk about it. I holla. Peace.